Hello, my name is Kevin Jackson, and I'm the Planning and Building Director at the City of Piedmont. The city is currently undertaking a project to update the housing element of its general plan, and today's video will serve as an introduction into that process with which the city needs your help. So let's get started. You might ask, what is the housing element and why does it have to be updated? Well, all California cities need to create a plan every 8 years for how they will help meet the future housing needs of everyone in the community. This is called the housing element. A general plan is divided into several elements, which is like a chapter. The elements address specific issues such as transportation, land use, safety, community service, and housing. Like other elements in the city's general plan, the housing element includes goals, policies, and programs that guide decision-making, including increasing the supply of affordable housing and retaining the beauty of existing neighborhoods. Deciding what types of housing, at what densities, and where they will be located will be part of this project. The most common types of housing are single-family homes, accessory dwelling units, and multifamily apartment buildings. There are a few state mandates that guide the housing element, including the state of California's Regional Housing Needs Allocation, or known by its acronym RHNA, pronounced RHNA. The city is not required to build the number of units mandated by RHNA. Again, the city is not required to build the number of units mandated by RHNA, but rather the city must ensure there is enough land zoned at appropriate densities to accommodate the RHNA. Basically, the city must remove any regulatory barriers that do not allow for the development of its assigned housing units. For the coming housing element update, the city must proactively facilitate housing that is affordable without regards to race, ethnic background, gender, family size, and ability to pay. The overall number is split into 4 income categories: very low income, moderate income, and above moderate income, and are based on Piedmont's and the region's immediate and long-term housing needs. The new housing element will cover the period from 2023 to 2031. It's the only part of the general plan that is required to be approved by the state. There are several reasons why we should meet our community's housing needs. Currently, it's challenging to attract households of varying income levels due to the high cost of housing here in Piedmont. It's difficult for recent college graduates, young adults, and young families to afford housing in Piedmont. Regionally, the lack of affordable housing options contributes to poor living conditions, overcrowding, overpayment, and homelessness. Most importantly, providing a variety of housing choices and, simply, more housing capacity and production help fulfill the city's vision of a more inclusive and diverse community. Updating the city's housing element allows the city to preserve local control and identify places where new housing should go. And because there are legal and financial consequences, gaining state certification of the updated housing element also preserves access to state funding for affordable housing and infrastructure. The housing element update will follow a clear and transparent process with multiple opportunities for community input and feedback. The final document will provide an analysis of housing needs, constraints, and resources in Piedmont, including an inventory of opportunity sites for housing, policies and programs that address identified needs and constraints based on the collective vision and values of our community, and the housing element will guide the changes that need to be made to the tools used to implement the plan. These tools include the zoning ordinance, the subdivision ordinance, and the design guidelines. You may be thinking, why is it important that I participate and how can I stay involved? Your input will help shape Piedmont housing through the year 3031 and beyond. It will ensure that policies and programs are inclusive and represent the values and ideas of the community. Your input will guide the development of key ideas, policies, and programs to ensure the future affordable and accessible housing in Piedmont. Because public engagement is so important, there will be multiple opportunities for you to be involved over the next 18 months. And in closing, I want to mention that all methods of outreach will be announced by email, listed on the project webpage, and provided through intermittent mailers throughout the life of the project. Please visit the project website, piedmontishome.org, for more detailed information, schedules, and contact information, as well as links to subscribe to notifications and newsletters. Again, that website is piedmontishome.org. Please continue to check back in the coming months to learn more about the housing element update process and how your voice can be heard. These decisions will help shape the future.